First story. I discovered the reason behind my boyfriend's lack of interest in intimacy with me. The author of the post is listed in the description. I, 22F, started dating my boyfriend, 25M, a year ago. I was a pretty lean person and was very active when I met him. After being together for a while, I decided to take extra precautions and use birth control. Due to stress and the birth control, I gained a significant amount of weight. My boyfriend has been very supportive, and we were having a lot of sex. After having a horrible reaction, I decided to take a break off birth control. That is when I noticed my boyfriend stopped taking the initiative and would only ask for oral. I was already feeling shitty because of how much weight I gained, and just him not wanting to have sex just hurt me badly. I decided to have a conversation and see if I could change something. At first, he just said the condoms were just so uncomfortable. My love language has always been physical touch, so I obliged and tried birth control again. Due to having school and work, working out has been extremely hard, so I kept gaining weight and sex was still almost non-existent, but he kept telling me it's because he is stressed and just a lot going on. So I was patient and supportive. Yesterday, we decided to play a little game, the blunt-free trial. He would have to be 100% honest with me, and I would try my best to not take it personal. I asked him what is the thing he really dislikes about me. At first, he didn't want to say it, and I pushed him to tell me, which is so stupid of me. He then looked at my tummy and said the reason why we haven't had sex as often anymore is because of my weight. He assured me he still loved me and wants to be with me, but that's his preference. It broke me because that same day, just a couple of hours ago, we had sex. I just feel horrible and disgusting, and I don't know what to do. I love him and I saw myself spending my life with him. But I can't stop thinking about what he said. What should I do? I don't know if I should try to work this out. Our lease ends in May, so I have some time to rethink my relationship with him. Any advice would help. Edit. Many have asked about how mucho I have gained. I gained 20 pounds and I think most of it distributed to my butt and boobs. Some still went to my back and tummy. I have some tummy rolls when I sit and some back rolls. This weight journey has been so new to me because I always used to be very underweight. Then COVID happened and I was able to gain some weight. I started working out and I was at my perfect weight and was pretty confident. This year I graduate from college and I have been experimenting a lot with birth controls, so my weight and mental health has been impacted. Stress, even when I have been little, has always affected my weight. I am slowly getting the help I need, but note I'm a college student, and recently I have been getting more money to take care of myself. I take accountability that I probably could have a better discipline and not let it get out of hand. Relevant comments. Commenter. You wanted honesty, and he gave it to you, after you pried. I don't blame him for his preferences, just as I wouldn't blame you for leaving him. Not really sure what you thought the outcome of a game where you force your partner to tell you something they dislike about you was going to be. But at least you got your answer. Would you prefer he lied to you? Best of luck moving forward. Godspeed, internet stranger. Oop. I honestly thought the worst thing he was going to say is me snoring or something silly like that. I didn't expect this harsh conversation because it was just a game and he is the one who first initiated it. But yes, I probably shouldn't have asked that if I wasn't ready. Commenter. I just want to throw out some info. Some women, me included, absolutely need birth control. I tried to get off of it after 20 years, I'm 35F. And after 6 months of the worst menstrual cycles, me in tears from pain, I went back on birth control and within 3 months felt so much better. I have endo and PCOS, and the pain from both is crippling, and birth control helps 100%. I can't be off of it, and now I am concerned the Republicans are coming for my birth control. Condoms don't protect 100%. Birth control doesn't impact health negativity. A small percentage may not want to take it. OOP. I was an accidental baby because the condom broke. That's one of the main reasons why I'm on it. It has tremendously helped my period. It used to be so painful, irregular, and heavy flow. Now I can comfortably do daily stuff without feeling super crappy. Top comments. Commenter. Take a step back and think about this. You are putting your health at risk so you can have non-existent sex and long-term body issues. Stop this business. Take care of yourself. Get off birth control and get your hormones regulated. He can wear a condom. That's it. That's all. You can get back to healthy habits and get your body back. Don't put your health at risk like this. Commenter. Throughout your life, your physical appearance will change. It might be weight, You might lose your hair. You might lose a limb or your breasts. You likely hope to have a long life with a partner who will stick with you through those things. If he was no longer attracted to you due to the side effect of a medication, then his attraction is skin deep. Do with that information what you will. Update. Hello, everyone. I was not expecting my last post to blow up. I love my boyfriend, and while many suggested to break up, I thought the best thing before considering breaking up is having a conversation. I sat him down and told him my concerns with his comment, how uncomfortable and damaging it is, and how this all started because I started taking birth control. He was very understanding and apologized. He said it was poor choice of words and that he loves me and he will stand by my side no matter what size I am. He helped me create a mutual plan where we both would work out together at home and both get back in shape. After everyone's advice, I scheduled an appointment with my gynecologist to either find a better non-hormonal birth control or get off birth control and instead sticking with condoms. He assured me that condoms are more than fine and that we probably should have stuck with them. Thank you so much to everyone's support and kindness, and if anyone is experiencing similar issues, I hope you find the support I found on Reddit. Top comment. Commenter. Just read the 2 posts, and the only thing I have to say is, did you talk about it with your gynecologist to eventually try another pill or another form of contraception? Because if the weight is gained from the pill, I'm not sure it will disappear with workout. At least, for me, it didn't. It was very frustrating. I suffered a few trials and errors, but managed to find the contraceptive that was right for me in the end. Not every contraceptive works with every woman. Second story. Toddler name change due to discovery of betrayal. I gave my daughter, age 3, my mother's middle name. At the time, my mother seemed deeply depressed. Actually, most of my life, she was disengaged, and our relationship has always felt distant. She worked a lot. Abusive. Parents fought a lot. Just not the best, but not the worst. I thought giving my daughter her middle name would inspire my mom to be a more active part of our lives, interested in what we're doing. My husband asked me to really think why I wanted to honor her, and it was mainly because no one had used her name. I felt it would honestly make her feel better. 2 years ago, through a DNA gift, I discovered my biological father was different than my dad. When I confronted my mother, I was very gentle with it. I thought maybe me knowing would be this huge weight lifted off of her chest that has troubled her for my entire 40 years. There were only 2 options she really had at the time, not have me or lie to everyone. I am thankful I'm alive is the best compliment I can give to her honestly. She revealed she wasn't sure out of 2 men who it was. My father who raised me was deployed. There was no fighting or anything negative. I listened, and she stayed away even more, never asking how I was. Or if I needed to talk. Nothing. No one else in my family knows as I've kept close not wanting to hurt my dad. And it doesn't change who he is. Given the discovery, I turned to therapy. And the realization just how messed up she is was, and the fact that even 7 miles away she only comes over if we ask her to babysit. Which is not very often because our parenting styles are very different, and I don't feel she is treated very well for more than a couple of hours. Sometimes, a month will pass without seeing her. She acts as if she doesn't care to mend the pain or repair or even be an active part of our life more than an occasional babysitter. Long story short, my daughter's middle name. I'm dropping off the document to start the name change tomorrow, and am I being dramatic? We are starting school enrollments, and I would like for it to be changed beforehand. I would never tell my mom. My daughter doesn't even know her middle name yet. It's not to hurt my mother or get back at her. I honestly get sick to my stomach when I see the middle name. And I feel she is someone who doesn't deserve the legacy or honor of a namesake. But if I pivot and just accept I could not be her if she made another decision, I'm torn. Am I being dramatic for wanting to change her name when it was a mistake in the first place, after someone who just really wasn't that great of a person? Edit. I really appreciate the feedback. This is such a strange situation. I'm not a fan of everything being surreal, but damn if this isn't. Def moving forward and stronger. Third story. My wife is not the mother she told she would be, and I despise her for it. We have been together for 12 years, married 8 of it. We always had great dynamics. She told me she would want 2, 3 children, and I was always more cautious due to my troubled childhood. This was a constant topic in the past. We talked about names for our future children. We had 3 girl and boy names chosen. When our first child born a bit more than 4 years ago, I somehow opened up. Being a father made my life full. Everything was due natural and seemed east, and I was instantly ready for another child. I helped 50-50 even though I was working after 4 weeks leave, changing diapers, waking up at night, going for walks. However, she stopped wanting more. Even in the first 2 years of raising our baby girl, it was obviously she does not like motherhood. She could not sit down to play, she would rather pursue her hobbies. I would have to go on sick leave to care for her because she would kind of burn out after a week of being alone with our daughter. I am working from home all the time. I even play with her during non-video meetings. I thought if it could be depression, but my wife is cheerful, has hobbies, goes out with girlfriends. But if she has to be with the kid for 3 days due to a cold, then misery comes. Important to note that my wife or I are both work in the same field. She is much smarter than me but is lazy, would do the bare minimum, whereas I love this field, do research, train myself, and because of this, I earn 3x as much. She could do much more with her brain, but does not care, which is fine, but still demands that I go on sick leave with our daughter. I would point out that her salary would not support our lifestyle and we could cook instead of ordering, but she does not want to. I feel shit. My only support is my daughter, her smile and laughter. I could not put her through a divorce since I was from a broken family. I am jealous for other mother who love being with their child/children. Update 1. There is a lot of comments. I tried checking the most. Let me react here the most common ones. She wasn't always like this. Even she says sometimes she can't play with our daughter because it's hard. I think she can't find her way of playing with a small child. She also walks from home, but when I am on sick leave, she is untouchable. I feel like she is escaping from interacting with her daughter when she has chance of sinking into work. I love or loved. I have to look into myself. Her. We have dates, we have intimacy. Not as much as before our child was born. We even have a lot of help from grandparents. She tries to toss the kid to her parents on every possible weekend. The grandparents like the kid, so it's fine. But sometimes I have to persuade my wife both to ask her parents so sometimes she too, can bring our daughters to the zoo, do something over the weekend. I never pressured the second child. I only said I am ready when someone asked personally, but I always tried to put on my game face and say, we are not sure when others asked. I will look into PPD, but it seems like she can handle our child in small doses and she is happy those times. For example, after kindergarten, she can play with her a bit, but she never proposes programs with her. Top comments. Commenter. Unfortunately, some women don't know what kind of mothers they're going to be until they have children. She may have meant what she said about kids when she said it, and then simply found the reality much more difficult. Or, if she had a difficult pregnancy or birth, she may be carrying some resentment of her own. Have you two discussed counseling at all? BC, it seems like you're on different pages about a few things. Your daughters just brought the issues to the forefront. Commenter. I'm surprised no one has brought up that you said that your 4-year-old daughter is your only support. This is not a healthy way to look at your young child. You are their support. They are not yours. You are not their friend. You are their parent. This mindset is not healthy for you, your wife, or for your daughter. You're setting her up for enmeshment. Commenter. I understand you, but for a woman, it's not, oh, I'll just get pregnant and give birth, and then they are okay, and like they were before. Pregnancy and hormone changes affect women for years after pregnancy. And just because she is doing hobbies and meeting friends doesn't mean she's not struggling internationally. And yeah, okay, it comes naturally to you, but you weren't the one pregnant, giving birth and going through postpartum. Almost every single woman is traumatized by their birth, and postpartum is not just for a few months, but years. A lot of mothers experience not feeling okay or like themselves for years until they feel some sense of self again. Talk to her, and damn, don't call your own wife and mother of your child lazy. Just because someone could do something doesn't mean they have to. Also, unfortunately, some people just don't like small children/toddlers. Ask her if she needs something. Go to her and ask for an honest conversation without judgment. I repeat, no judgment. Stop pressuring her about a second child. She doesn't want one. Talk to her about therapy, and also, IDK your relationship, but it doesn't sound like you both do a lot of stuff together. Yes, you love your daughter and spend a lot of time with her, but do you still love and take care of your wife? Go out with her, get someone to watch your kids, surprise her. You guys need to work on your relationship. You sound bitter, and I bet she notices that too. Update. Hey again, I brought an update to my previous post. Not the update that makes me happy, but at least I started moving forward. First of all, I received many messages and not all was answered. Thanks for the support, dear internet people. On Friday, I brought our daughter to Grands. We have quite some help from our parents. Then I asked to have a chat with my wife. I told her how I felt, what I see, and I asked how can I help her. I offered that she should take some time off, a couple days alone or with a friend of hers, and she said it's a good idea. On Saturday afternoon, while I went to Grands for our child, she seemingly packed 2 big duffel bags worth of clothes and went away. 2 bags are missing and lots of her clothes, so it's easy to do the math. I called her without success, but at least she answered my messages about at least saying goodbye to her daughter, to which she replied, "It's not about her." It has been some days now. My daughter asked where mom is a couple times, and I always tell something like, "She can't come home now, but she loves you." But it feels like I am lying to her face. I can't sleep, can't eat, even my in-laws have no info on what is happening with my wife. I will talk to a lawyer tomorrow and start documenting everything, as a friend of mine told me. Just to answer a couple questions from the previous post, I am not just playing with my daughter. I bring her to kindergarten and I bring her home too every day. I plan weekend activities, vacations. I wash more than my wife does. I planned date nights for my wife and I while Grands came over or we brought our child to their place. So there is that. Keep safe all. Top comments. Commenter. Whatever you do, don't let her do the in and out, back and forth bullshit. Don't let her vanish for weeks or months at a time, pop back up for a visit or two, and then disappear again. That fucks kids up badly. Either she's gonna be a mom or she's not. Commenter. Has she communicated any of her feelings about this with you? Is motherhood different than she expected? I've read both your posts, and it seems like she's checked out from your perspective. Documenting and contacting a lawyer are just going to be the first steps. If, when she comes back, your priority is going to be your child, do not let her be alone with her at all, especially if she has ever said anything to the effect of wishing you could go back to the way it used to be between you two. Even on the less horrific side, she could say it'd do anything that could cause your child to suffer greatly. I would recommend therapy for both of you. If your wife is a disinterested parent, I'm betting your child has already picked up and internalized something from it. It could be small, like not trusting women because she knows she can't rely on mom. Commenter, she clearly hates her child and has resentment towards you both. You got it right with the lawyer and documenting. You and your daughter are going to need therapy. This is the ultimate betrayal of trust, and now you have no support. Your daughter's smile can only do so much, and with mom gone suddenly, it may be harder for her to smile, and that's okay. I hate saying anything good about this, but at least she left without hurting your daughter physically. A lot of women don't feel they can abandon their kids the way men do. Not all men, obviously. I just mean disappear easier if they want while remaining in denial, and kill them instead. And that's been on the rise. How do you like these stories? Write your opinion in the comments. Let's get 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Love you.